Whitwell? How are we doing? Are we all right? Yeah. Some nice enthusiasm. Keep it up. Keep it up. Can see some happy expressions on the front row here. Excited for download? Yeah? You look it. I love expressions though, because they really help you show what you're feeling, unless you're this guy. Because when you're happy, it is like big smiles, isn't it? You know? Come on. Good try. And when you're sad, it's everyone look at him. When it's a doctor holding that clipboard with your chlamydia test result, it's, you know. And then some people make up their own expressions. Have you noticed that? My mum had a great one when we were growing up. She called it the "I'm pissed off at you and you're about to know about it" expression. And it went something along the lines of this one, just like that one eyebrow raised with a bit of a strut, just kind of looking like an extra out of a Matalan catalogue, if I'm honest with you. You know, the thing is that she'd storm over to us and then do this expression at us when she was telling us off. So it just kind of looked like she was coming down a catwalk, just kind of boom, 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 boom. Very hard to keep a straight face. Even more entertaining because obviously my mum spent a lot of time around my dad, and my dad picked up this facial expression slang, and like any good parent, copying slang fucked it up. So he would try and do this expression and raise one eyebrow. He'd end up raising both, but he didn't know. So whenever he came storming at me, it was boom, 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 boom. Couldn't help but keep a straight face. But I think expressions are important. I think, you know, particularly when you're dealing with something like the English language. Because let's face it, the English language is fucked. Right? I was living in Canada for a year and a half. I've just got back. I can't even understand what they're saying, and they can understand me. We speak the same fucking language. You need to be able to express yourself. The English language is fucked. You've got there, and there. You've got read, and you've got read. You've got the word yacht. That's spelt like a surprise sneeze, isn't it? Yes! You know what I mean? And the best one, hippomonstrosis quipedaliophobia. That's the fear of long fucking words. The hippomonstrosis quipedaliophobia is the equivalent of a doctor calling you into his office to tell you that you've got arachnophobia, and he sat waiting for you behind the desk dressed as a fucking spider, just crawling around, hanging off the wall when you come through the door. Doesn't make any sense. But it's nice to be here. As I said, I've just spent a year and a half in Canada, and as soon as I landed, I said, I want to go to Whitwell. Specifically this place. Can't even remember the name of it. No, but I like this place. We've got good toilets. The normal lights in the toilets. I'm easily impressed.
Not the blue one.
It's... Yes, no. No, they're not timer lights, is where I was going with that. A little less druggy. But I'm in Whitwell, so I should have thought about that one. But no, they're not timer lights, because I hate it when you walk into a toilet with a timer light, you know, because you walk in unawares, you flick the light on, you know, and you go and get yourself sat down, because you're in for the long haul, you know. You want to make yourself comfortable, right? So you put your trousers down, settle in. Hi. Try and make yourself comfortable. More comfortable than this lady when I just said hello to her then. And you're thinking, this is alright. I could spend 5 minutes of my life here, yeah. And then out of nowhere, it goes black. The light turns off. You're thinking maybe you've been sat still for too long. You know, it might be a motion sensor, so you start waving at it, right? When that doesn't work, you get a bit more extravagant with your waves. You end up looking like, do you know that really tall inflatable guy that you see outside car dealerships? He's kind of like that. When that doesn't work, you realise you're going to have to do it by hand, right? Which obviously there's 3 problems with this. It's pitch black, your trousers around your ankles, and you're halfway through. So if you've been in this position like I have, one too many times, there's a technique. You have to kind of, because you've got minimal movement with your feet, because you've got your trousers around your ankles, you're halfway through, so you have to kind of stand, squat and clench, right? And then there's a little swivel, and you can do a little bit of that if you're feeling sexy. And then And then you have to kind of, obviously, because you've got limited range, you kind of, one step at a time, barely moving, still clenching. You don't want to shit on the floor, no one wants that. No one wants to shit on the floor. And then you've got to try and find it, and then eventually, you find it. You turn the light on, you're happy, you can see. Of course, that's the moment that you realise you left the door unlocked and that bloke's just walked in. Hey, Now that's a very strange expression. But yeah, as I say, nice to be back from Canada. It was weird living there for a year and a half. There was obviously some differences, and I don't mean, the usual ones, like they don't say arse, they say ass, and they say soda, and soccer, and all that shit. I don't mean like that. I mean the stuff that you don't know unless you live there, right? For example, every child in Canada, from the age of about 4, will know all of the lyrics to the Canadian National Anthem. Because every morning at school, they meet in the main hall, and they all stand there, and they get a big Canadian flag come over, and a motorbike will go past them. And they'll stand and they'll go like, I don't know the national anthem, but they'll start singing it, And I find that weird, because now they know all of the lyrics, and they sing it every day at school. Up until I was 15, I thought our national anthem ended like this. God save our Queen. Come on, England! Yeah, they don't have that. But, so I'm back at home now, back living with my parents, which is shit. Lived alone, well, me and my girlfriend lived alone for a year and a half, so it's very weird being back there. I'm seeing the differences between my parents and myself. I'm in my mid-20s, I'm 26, so I do occasionally like going out and having a drink from time to time at the weekends, and I like getting in late. They don't like being woken up. I like eating the food and drinking the beer that's in the house. They don't like paying for it. Since I've been back, they tried this one. They like changing the locks. I like acquiring the new key. That's never keep me out. But yeah, I'm kind of their least favourite. So again, following the theme of brothers that are better than us, I'm one of 3, so I'm the middle child, obviously. So my oldest brother he's a dick because he gave my parents a grandkid. So how the fuck am I supposed to compete with that? That put him straight in the God section of the League of the Favourite Child. Then there's me, I'm the middle child, then my younger brother, he's their baby, so obviously as well, it's in the God section of the League of the fucking Favourite Child. So I rang my parents up, and I said, what can I do to try and get myself, because I'm in a relegation battle here, one of my cousins is going to overtake me in a minute. So I kind of need some help here. So I said to my parents, what can I do? And they said, you can give us a child. No. I mean, it sounds like a lot to ask from their point of view, but you've got to think about it, with their mind. I'm like I say, I'm 26. I'm now living back at home. They thought they got rid of me when I moved to another fucking continent for a year and a half, and then I came back and squatted in their house because they didn't have a choice. Let me tell you that. I'm squatted in their house. I've not got a job. I went on the dole. Failed to get a job at McDonald's. I'm now going around doing comedy gigs, claiming my big break's coming soon. I can feel it. I am the least favourite, and bearing in mind my younger brother is someone who, on purpose, on a regular basis, actually uses the phrase, that's the kind of guy I am. Dick! That's the kind of guy, fuck off! I hate that phrase. Well, I hate it when he uses it. I don't mind it when it's used normally, you can't really hate a phrase like that. Like me, for example, I'm the kind of guy that'll buy an electric toothbrush, use it with the charge that it comes with, lets it die, doesn't charge it, and then complains about the fact that I've got a very expensive and quite frankly shitter manual toothbrush. That's the kind of guy that I am. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been absolutely wonderful tonight. I've been George Haddon-Hartle. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.